Good morning, Stewart's Chapel. Brother Don Pierson here, and Don Counts, and Miss Trish. And you can't see him over here, but my trusty, faithful dog is sitting next to me. We're at my house, and this is Friday's devotion, and we're in Amos chapter 3, verse 13 through 15. Listen to the word. Hear and testify against the house of Jacob, says the Lord God, the God of hosts, that in the day I punish Israel for their transgressions, I will also visit destruction on the altars of Bethel, and the horns of the altar shall be cut off and fall to the ground. I will destroy the winter house along with the summer house. The houses of ivory shall perish. This is God's judgment continuing on Israel, but over all of Israel now, the house of Jacob. Remember, the kingdom is divided, and this is the northern kingdom, and it's basically 10 tribes. Historically, these 10 tribes are going to vanish for about 2,000 years. They're going to go in such captivity and be slaughtered and just mingle with the nations that there won't be much left of them, literally. This phrase, Bethel, there were 2 places of worship in the northern kingdom. You see, Jeroboam did not want Israel, the 10 tribes, going back down to the south where Judah was, to Jerusalem. So 10 miles, I mean literally 10 miles north of Jerusalem was Bethel. And there he set up a place of worship and set up golden calves. He did the same thing in the northern part of Israel in Gilgal. 2 places of major worship. Now, it's true that later on Ahab and others are going to come and they're going to fill the whole land with all kinds of places of worship to every known god that they can think of. But Bethel was the political seat and the religious seat for the northern kingdom. And this altar had 4 horns. It was shaped like a golden calf, but it had 4 horns, one in each of the corners. And there's biblical references and historical references that when an individual was in trouble, that they would run to this altar and grab a hold of the horns and no one could touch them. They would find safety. It was a place of refuge. So here's the message that God is saying to His people. You're not going to have a place to run. There's no place of refuge. You see, when we reject God, who is supposed to be our true refuge, and He comes against us, there's no place to run. There is no earthly altar, no earthly religion, no earthly relationship, no government, no nation that can protect us when we reject God. Israel, the people of God, are under the hand of God's discipline, and He's saying, you will have no place to run. Pretty sad state when you have no place to run. Now, I don't know where you are. The wonderful news about Jesus is that He is God in the flesh, Emmanuel. He is our place of refuge. He is a place to run. But you better run. As Jesus would say, today is the day of salvation, not tomorrow. So you run to Jesus today. Thank you, Stewart Chapel. Love you.